This walk and talk comes back to allowing a big reset, midlife, so that you can realign with who you really want to be going forwards. Today is a story of ripple effect and impact. You just never know who you're going to influence in a positive way as you become more real and more authentic. The good from you ripples on out. And today I'm sharing a story about how me just being me has left a favorable impact on a dear friend, someone who I haven't seen for some time. So I was surprised to learn from her that she's decided to let her hair go natural, which is exciting. And I'll share why this is exciting. I'll share how being in nature regularly impacts your self-image. And I'm going to also show you a beginner's pose, a foundational pose, warrior 2. This walk and talk again comes back to a person's moral compass, values, and allowing a big reset, midlife, so that you can realign with who you really want to be going forwards into your better half. I think it's more important than ever to show up as you, not only for the adults in our lives, but definitely for the little ones in our lives, because they're watching us and they need positive role models in real time now more than ever, because their lives are going to be, if not already, filled with so much fabricated content that they need us to connect with them in real time, face to face, in authentic ways, so that they can know the truth for themselves. And when they see other things in social media and such, they will know that that is far from real, far from truth, because they have seen otherwise from trusted sources like you, an important person in their lives. So let's go show up being more real. This dear friend of mine, whom I just saw randomly here last Monday, said to me that she has decided to let her hair go a natural color after years and years of dyeing her hair, because she was inspired by me. So I went natural 2000, oh my gosh, almost 10 years ago. About the same time I went plant-based, I also went to natural hair color. For me, it was because I didn't want to give 2 hours. I had a newborn, and I did not want to be giving 2 hours every 6 to 8 weeks to sitting in a chair being fake. So, and I just couldn't keep up with it. So my priority really was my son and just quality time as much as possible with him. And that was the sort of impetus for me just to begin to embrace natural hair color, which I'll show you in a minute. But I just like my hat. First, it's windy, but also protect from the sun. And then from there, I began to see how I really wasn't feeling like myself with whatever hair color I chose. I never quite felt just right. And so that's what this friend said. She said she began to realize through watching people like me go real, that she began to realize that she too wasn't quite feeling like herself with colored hair. And she realized she's in her 40s, and she realized that with her age, she didn't want to pretend anymore that time wasn't passing. So in coloring your hair, depends for your own reasons, but for her it was trying to cover up and mask what was real, and she didn't want to do that anymore. So embracing her truth, she's also embracing the passage of time. My friend also mentioned that with the aging that is happening, that is her in her life, she didn't want to any longer measure beauty by the standards of others and what they might think of her. Rather, she's really pleased and happy to be measuring the standards of beauty on her own terms. And I thought that was so beautiful. And I was so grateful that she shared that with me, because sometimes, we can doubt ourselves and doubt our messages. And that is the case with me sharing sometimes as I do. So when I receive feedback like that, it kind of inspires me to keep going, and I believe in my messages, so I will keep sharing. So don't hesitate. This is like a call for you. If someone in your life is inspiring you, don't hesitate to reach out and let them know, because it might just be the fuel they need to keep them going in their sharing journey. How does walking and being outdoors regularly impact your lifestyle choices, such as, I'll show you here, as embracing your true colors? Well, when we're outdoors regularly, we align with natural cycles of change. We can accept the progression of life rather than resist it. And you see it everywhere, right? And so having this astute awareness of the nature that's around you helps to, again, have you flow with life and embrace all of the changes that come. And then you can begin to see that within yourself too, such as embracing the changing of your hair color as a normal, natural process and as beautiful. And you see the beauty in the aging, right? Like we see it all around us in the changing and the evolution. And so we can see that, like, the imperfect is perfectly beautiful and evolving, and that is you too, ever in a state of evolution and progression. And your hair color is a sign of wisdom, so embrace it. You're a wise one. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the children all around us need us wise ones who didn't grow up with social media. They need these important moral truths from us. So stand up and be the warrior that you are. We're getting to warrior pose here soon, and pave the way to good. Walking for your wellness regularly, maybe even daily, gives you the space, the time, the quiet to observe not only the nature out there, but that which is within you. And this is super important in an overstimulated world. We're constantly bombarded with all kinds of messages and noise. So the time you can give yourself outdoors, and preferably in quiet, is really valuable for you really accessing your truths. You begin to, assimilate ideas, assimilate things you've heard, and stories and such, and begin to question those ingrained habits that you have. Like, is there something I can let go of that's taking time and energy from me, perhaps money, that I don't need to be doing anymore because my values have shifted now that I'm in my beautiful midlife years. As you're outdoors more regularly, you also can see from a different perspective the societal norms which you've been abiding to, and those which you want to break away from, so that you can connect with your core values. And as you are outdoors more and you are observing yourself more, you become more confident. And that confidence builds the strength to break free and be you. Just up here, we're going to look at warrior pose. Let's go. Walking for your wellness can also include some gentle yoga moves. So I like to show here in this walking series that you can incorporate foundational yoga moves outdoors in a simple way and enhance your wellness time after time. So every time you practice one of your yoga moves, you are developing your core muscles, you are developing balance or flexibility. So remember that you can stack these poses along with your regular walks to enhance your overall wellness. You don't need to have a full hour, you don't need to have fancy clothes, although something that is flexible and will move with you is a great idea, and preferably comfortable walking shoes. But just to say, you don't need a certain setup and fancy equipment to be well. Use what you have, get outside, and know that every step towards your wellness counts. Warrior pose is a foundational yoga posture because it is a transitional posture. So we'll see this posture oftentimes in a sequence where you're transitioning from one to another, just like we did with mountain pose. Learning to do warrior pose correctly will help enhance your overall strength, your focus, and your resilience. Okay, so your stance is going to be pretty wide, and your back foot is the angle. Your front foot is pointing forwards. You're going to bend your front knee, and you want it to be over your ankles. You'll feel a nice stretch in here. You want to be careful not to slant too much forwards or back. You want to have a nice, even posture with your pelvis and your hips. From here, we're going to twist a little bit, extend our arms, and your gaze is over your middle finger here at the front. Your shoulders are relaxed, so we're not hunched way up. Gaze is forwards, and you're holding this. Now your arms are engaged, so this is really enhancing your arm strength as well, which is important to get as we age. Condition our arms. Your core is engaged, and you are breathing. Now practicing this regularly, again, helps to build resilience because it is challenging. You feel the energy flowing through you and you begin to heat up. As you stick with it, as you practice it more and more, you will realize that you are this warrior and that you are capable of doing hard things. Before we keep going, a little sip of my smoothie. So good. Let's go. Think of it like this. Embracing your true colors is an act of liberation when you can actually just be you. Yeah, it's pretty windy. You can actually just be you. You're literally lifting the weight off your shoulders of all the pretense and pretending. And so when you are acting with courage, when you are living in authenticity, you just feel so much lighter and merrier. Let the warrior pose remind you of your own bravery. You are confronting your own internal battles about what standards you want to align with. And as you adjust your life and redefine what's important, where your values are, you are embodying strength and confidence, and you are grounded in grace, and you are grounded in more of you. With steady focus, you turn inwards first, and you break the cycle of unrealistic standards. You are a warrior. You are deciding to create this healthier self-image. Small shifts reclaim and redirect your time, energy, and money. Cheering for you. You can check out the next video where I share 6 foundational yoga postures that you can do on your next walk to enhance your overall wellness, strength, balance, and flexibility. To finish off here, one of my favorite quotes is Albert Einstein, and he says, "Look deep into nature and you will understand everything better." And I love that because it does remind us that the more we can be outdoors, the more we can embrace the beauty that is nature, the more we find great truths. Hats off to you being more you and for trying warrior pose on your next walk. I'm Laura, and I help people take one intentional step at a time to live lighter and merrier. See you in the next video.